Your garage sale stuff to the Salvation Army Thrift Store.
And thank you for your donations.
Welcome back. We started these cherry pie bars in our 6 o'clock shows. Now we've gone to the 7 o'clock hour, and we've got to finish them up because people want to know how to do this.
Absolutely. So we got our dough started in the 6 o'clock hour. That simple recipe, sugar, butter, all the standards. We got it all pressed. About 2/3 of that dough went into the bottom of this pan. So we sprayed it really well. We put some parchment paper in there, sprayed the top of that even a little bit. Got it all ready. So the next thing we're going to do is add in that cherry pie filling. And it's actually 2 whole cans, just regular size cans of pie filling. And that's really, it can be whatever flavor you want. It doesn't have to be cherry. If you guys like blueberry better or apple, whatever, it's really good with about anything.
It's good to know that this is versatile.
It is. And you can make this from scratch if you love to cook your cherries and do all of that. It's about a recipe and a half of most pie fillings. So, you know, you can do that as well. This just kind of makes it a little bit simpler. And we're just going to spread all that out and get that really covered. You want to keep in mind when you cut these, you don't want somebody to have that corner piece that just doesn't have any good stuff on it. So make sure it's really nice and even. And then we've got the rest of that batter that is still in our bowl. Give us like a kind of a sticky dough. It's not a roll it out and cut out cookies dough. It's one that we're going to spoon out. So to make it nice and even, I'm just going to take a smaller cookie scoop than normal. And I'm going to put all these little dobs of the rest of that dough right on top. And that way we get a pretty even distribution of that. And this we are not going to spread out. We're not going to do anything to this before it goes in the oven. We're just going to dab those on there, kind of get a little bit all the way across and just keep them going. And that's going to go right in the oven. And it's 350 degrees. And this is going to bake a little bit. So you're going to do this, go on to something else. It's about 35 to 40 minutes. And when it's done,
I'm going to help you out here. We've had a little
technical difficulties.
But that's okay.
That's all right. So we're going to bake this for about 35 to 40 minutes in that 350 degree oven. And when it comes out, if you go back to our baked pan here for the magic of television, you'll see that the top of that has a really nice kind of golden brown to that cookie dough. So it's going to come out nice and bubbly, it's going to come out lightly golden brown, and then it's really important that we let this cool completely before we even think about cutting it or adding a glaze to the top of it. So I'm going to finish spooning all of these goodies out, and then the next thing we're going to do is make up that glaze for the top.
Okay.
And that's going to go on after it's totally cooled and cut up into little pieces. And these are so good. They're really soft on the bottom. You've got that fruity in the middle and then that little bit of crunch on the top. So it's a perfect combination. And they keep really well. We can put these in the fridge for a few days. We can put these in the freezer even. So it's a perfect summer treat for the kids. Whatever you want to do with it. Mix it up with the fruit, make some different pans with that. Just whatever you guys like.
All right, it sounds pretty simple, sounds pretty good, easy to do here. So as you mentioned, we've got a little more that we've got to do, but that's okay because we will be coming back with more on these delicious cherry pie bars, or as you mentioned, they could be any flavor pie bar, really, when the KOAM Morning News returns. And coming up next is Health Watch.